Guys, I'm going to be honest. Who is the GM? This is a genuine question. Who is the GM of the Phoenix Suns? Because Matt Ishbia is the owner. I've never seen this before. Who is the GM of the Suns? I need to look this up. Because Matt Ishbia is the guy who seems to be making all the calls. And he is so dumb. It's James Jones. Man, I feel bad for James Jones. There's no way any competent GM is making this decision. Because the Suns, a lot of people are like, oh, maybe the Suns aren't willing to give up their 2031 pick. Oh no, turns out they are. Turns out not only they are literally willing to give up every one of the picks. They traded for 3 picks, and they're going to give up 3 first-round picks. 3! In order to get Jimmy Butler. So they what? They win 1 game in the playoffs? Do they make the playoffs? And that's the real thing. It's like, do they make the playoffs with Jimmy Butler? That is a genuine question. Do they make the playoffs with Jimmy Butler in their team? Because you're looking now at the Phoenix Suns. They are, right now, the 10th seed. They are 22-22. Yes, the Spurs are struggling a little bit. They are. I think they might be a little bit out of it. The Warriors, you can never count out a team with Steph. You really can't. And I get it, the Suns are in a bit of form. So are the Kings. The Mavs will get Luka back eventually. And, realistically, the Mavs are probably going to be more likely picking it up. And the Timberwolves are playing better. The Timberwolves are genuinely playing better. So now you're looking at a situation where they've just got, you've basically just got, at best, you're probably going to be in that play-in spot. And then anything can happen to play-in. There's no guarantee you lose, but there's no guarantee you make the playoffs. Especially if you're in that 9-10 game, you have to win 2 games in a row, which is not easy to do. A lot of good teams have lost in that. And if you guys agree, this is crazy. Subscribe. We're trying to hit 9,750 by the end of the day. Right now, we are, 6 days off. We gained 6 subscribers so far today. That is the goal, is just to gain a couple more and get ourselves back on track for hitting 10K by the end of January. But we're now looking at a situation where, the Phoenix Suns are screwed. And obviously, you can see Matt Ishbia. This would be the perfect time for the Suns to actually trade Beal and get elite role players. They want another max player. There is no way in hell you can get role players for Bradley Beal. You just get off Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's a contract you just get off. But then you're going to be offering Jimmy a max for the next 2 years when Jimmy's going to be playing. You're going to offer Jimmy a max for 2 years, have KD on a max, and Devin Booker. What the hell does Jimmy Butler do? What does Jimmy do? Does he play great defense anymore? No. Does he play great offense anymore? No. He's been averaging 17 points a game for being injured in the last playoffs. What are people expecting? All this for a player that won't make a difference. Yeah, I know. You're deluded if you think he's not a massive upgrade on Beal. Is he an upgrade on Beal? Yeah, but is it worth giving up every one of your picks for it? No. Figure it out with picks and swaps for every team. So what is this? Jimmy Butler to the Suns. Levine, Kevin Love, and Alec Burks to the Bucks. Bruce Brown, Lonzo Milton. I wouldn't mind getting Lonzo if I was Miami, to be honest. Terry Rozier, you're getting off Terry Rozier. If the Miami Heat can find a way to get off Terry Rozier in this trade, that would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. If it gets them off Terry. If they can get off Terry and Jimmy and get a pick and an asset, I'll take it. But Matt Ishbia does not. He genuinely he is making this. He's actually building a team like it's 2K, where it's like he's picking my team, or he's putting together when you play pickup in 2K and you can draft one player and you can pick another player, where he's sorting by highest overall, and he is sorted by available for trade. He's put in the available for trade filter and sorted by overall, and seeing that Jimmy Butler is a higher overall than Bradley Beal, and is trying to make that trade. I don't get it. I actually don't get it. Jimmy Butler is almost certainly not going to bring them anything. And you got no future. You got no picks. You've got no picks. And no one's going to go to Phoenix. I'm sorry, this isn't like the Lakers who can go all in because free agents want to go there. This isn't like Miami because free agents want to go there. This isn't like This isn't even Texas. You're in Arizona. You're in Arizona. You are the Phoenix Suns. The best free agent. To be fair, I was about to say, the best free agent you've got is Steve Nash, who was a hell of a free agent because he won back-to-back MVPs after you signed him. But, like, since 2010, who's the best free agent that the Phoenix Suns have signed? Like, I'm not joking when I say this. Is it Eric Bledsoe? Because I think they got Dragic by trade. They drafted Ayton. They drafted Mikal Bridges. They drafted a bunch of guys, and they traded for, like, CP3. They drafted Devin Booker. Is the best free agent the Phoenix Suns have signed since 2010, since Steve Nash? Am I right in saying it's Eric Bledsoe? So no one's going. Heck, you had Amari and he wanted to fuck off out of there. Like, he wanted to leave. He wanted out of Phoenix. Steve Nash was a trade. But, like, Amari walked. He walked for nothing. So, yeah, it's not like you're going to be a major free agent city. And it's going to be the stage where you are going to be paying a near 40-year-old Kevin Durant, because he's not going to retire while making 50 mil, and a near 40-year-old Jimmy Butler, while Devin Booker will be very soon the wrong side of 30. He's like a month younger than me, where he's going to be very, very soon the wrong side of 30, with no future assets, no real tradable assets other than Devin Booker, and no titles, and no even conference finals appearances. Like, that is the reality of the situation for the Phoenix Suns. And Matt Ishbia is literally, it's like it's 2K. He's genuinely pretending that it's 2K. And I want to, and he's going by highest overall. Because he seems to be making every basketball decision, by the way. Like, there's no way in hell that James Jones is making these decisions. Every time in the media it's Matt Ishbia talking about things, I'm convinced, I think Matt Ishbia is the one making every single basketball decision for the Phoenix Suns, which is mad because he is an owner. He is not, like, he is absolutely not a person meant to be doing this. But at the same time, with Matt Ishbia, if the NBA owners had a 1v1 contest, he'd probably destroy everybody. Like, he would destroy everybody, but that does not mean that you're a good evaluator of talent, or at least a good evaluator of building a team. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's an absolute disaster. It is genuinely an absolute disaster all around for Phoenix, and things are only going to get worse, which is absolutely hilarious. And imagine the Utah Jazz getting the number 1 overall pick from the Suns in a couple of years. That is a non-0% chance of that happening.